J Bills for Media Spotlight UK, and I'm here with the one and only Tempo Arts in the building. What you saying, brother?
I'm good, mate. How you?
I'm not too bad, man. I mean, well, obviously we've just seen you train. Obviously you're putting your efforts in the ring. How does it feel to now be in this space? Because we were talking before we got started, and you were looking around everywhere, and then obviously this is like all brand new to you. So, how does it feel to be in this sort of space where, there's a lot of attention going on as well?
As I said, I'm better under the lights and under where people are watching. I don't know when pressure's on me, I perform better. They say pressure makes diamonds, whatever.
Yeah.
So I just perform better under pressure. Some people can't, they're nervous. You know what I mean? I'm nervous when I'm speaking, but when I'm in the ring, I'm not. It feels natural to me.
Well, it seems good at the moment. You know what I mean? We're having a nice rapport, and it looks like you're nice and talking in general. And obviously, I know that will build up over time, obviously, as a performer in general. Yeah, of course. So, I mean, obviously, with Godson, being your opponent this weekend, have you seen what he's been up to just now? Did you get a chance to see what he's been doing, and how do you feel in preparation for the Saturday?
I didn't see him because I was doing an interview, but I will watch it back. Hopefully, I'm not sure where it's going to be, but I will watch it back. And I want to watch mine back too. See how I did.
No, everyone will watch theirs back. So I met you at Kingpin last year, and obviously, this is like your first. Was this your first proper fight?
That was my first ever fight. That one.
First ever fight.
One, yeah.
Okay. So, how did you get to the position of being in this space? Was it that Kingpin contacted you? How did it all come about in terms of being in the space in the first place?
I made a video calling out Smithy. Which is my last opponent.
Yeah.
And it was a fan fight, so people chose that they wanted me on, which is crazy. I got the highest % votes.
Okay.
So that's how I got on. I don't think they thought I was gonna do anything good or whatever. I think they thought I was just a fat guy in there, but.
But you held it in there. You held it in there.
Now I'm on a card instead of being a fan fight. So I'm happy at how far I went already.
Yeah.
Hopefully, further. I'll go further.
No, you definitely will, because I mean you're already here in this space. You've gone from Kingpin to Misfits. You're here. I mean, what have been the improvements? Because obviously I got to congratulate you on your weight loss. Obviously you're taking this very seriously, I can see. What was the inspiration from, getting from Kingpin to now? What has pushed you to get to this point to, want to take the sport further?
People were telling me that I should do, when I did my first ever boxing video, people were telling me I need to keep going and doing it because I did good or whatever. So I'm glad I did, because it makes me well happy. Whenever you finish a boxing session, you feel the happiness you get is you don't get it from anything else.
Yeah.
Working out is the best happiness you'll probably get. That's what I think anyway.
And of course,
sorry.
No. And of course, if we take it back a bit, what inspired you in terms of, was there someone in particular that you was inspired by boxing wise? Was there a particular boxer that you thought I could be like him, or I want to emulate what his success has been?
There's a few. Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Andy Ruiz. I love them. Their boxing. I love all their styles. Obviously, all of them have different heights and reaches or whatever.
Yeah.
Person I watched the most was Anthony Joshua. That was the first one I watched.
Okay. And what was it about him? Because obviously his success is unparalleled at this point. So, what is it about him that you aspire to be as far as being a boxer?
His knockouts. He got a knockout every single fight. He was knocking people out. So it's just wow. I want to be like that.
And of course, obviously, Tommy Fury and Jake Paul happened this past weekend. Millions of people were watching it all over the world. I was hyped for it. A lot of people had mixed opinions of whether it was going to be Tommy Fury or Jake. Who were you rooting for, and did you see it as being the right result, being Tommy Fury had the split decision? Yeah,
100%. I thought Jake Paul won about 1 or 2 rounds at most. That's what I personally think. Some people think it's a draw. I don't think that. Tommy Fury was just jabbing him the whole day, using his reach. That's what he needed to do. Yeah. It wasn't a knockout, but I don't know if Tommy is a knockout fighter. He's probably... Tyson Fury started as a boxer as well, not a knockout artist. So, he won all rounds in my eyes, basically, except from 2.
And of course, obviously, with Jake having a loss to Tommy Fury, there's been a lot of talks with Jake Paul and KSI potentially at the end of the year. But obviously, now that Jake Paul has lost to Tommy Fury, I don't know. I mean, obviously, Jake has fought a pro boxer, so it won't be different in terms of the magnitude of the event. Does that does that bring it down a bit in terms of like the intrigue for KSI and Jake Paul, or do you think it makes no difference?
I think it makes a difference. Everyone wants to see KSI versus Jake Paul because the beef they've had, the whole build-up. I don't think anyone expected Jake. I think everyone expected. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I didn't expect Jake Paul to win against a pro boxer.
Right.
Someone that's been training since he was like 5
Yeah.
versus someone that's been training since he was like 20 something.
Yeah.
He's like been born in it, fighting all his whole life. I didn't think he'd win.
Well, we know how it's played out, so we'll see how things go. So for you now, like not looking past Godson, but is there any particular fighter now that you're involved in this world? Is there anyone that you would like to face in the future? Is there anyone that you may want to call out, or just like a nice fight?
True Geordie, as I said before, I wouldn't have beef with him if he wanted to, but I don't start beef with people. If I ever did it, it'd be real beef, not like I wouldn't fake it and be like, okay. You know what I mean?
But I mean, but you said you want to have a fight with. Yeah. Why him?
I haven't seen anyone else that's near my weight that's an influencer.
Okay.
I'm about 130 kilos. He's about 130, 140, something like that. So I think it'd be a fair fight.
Ooh, that'd be interesting
as well. So he's been boxing for a few years.
Yeah.
So I'm down for it if he is.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. Interesting. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you in the ring against Godson on Saturday, and hopefully for that True Geordie fight down the line potentially. So yeah, I wish you all the best, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much.